Well, Polydeck is the pioneer in modular synthetic media. So that's fancy speak for polyurethane and rubber screen panels. But more and more, we help people with unbiased information so they can diagnose their screens, up their production tonnages. And we're really about being a very human company as well. So connecting with our customer and helping them reach objectives with real people.
Well, we just had Matthew on the show, and he talked about the company culture, the history of it on the first episode we did with Polydeck. Now I'm just drawing a blank on who was on that. John Griffith and Perry Miller.
Griffith and Perry Miller.
Yeah, they were on. And they were talking about company culture, and so it's like, if a company says it once or twice, but even off the camera, you guys are talking about it. So it's very clear. And where, aside from that, what do you think sort of sets, or maybe that's included, what sort of sets you apart in the industry? Where do you see that advantage that Polydeck has?
We're innovative. We're not just going to rest on our laurels and just rest on what our successes before. We were the pioneers, but we didn't stop there. We continued on.
Yeah.
Made innovations in technology.
Yeah.
And we're a caring company. We're not just that somebody's going to supply you a 1x1 plastic panel.
Yeah, so a good example of that is, urethane and rubber media really started off, it was born out of a necessity for wear life. The things needed to last long, right? But Polydeck has its own tool room. And at the end of the day, we don't hesitate to, frankly, invent what a customer needs. So now, what most customers are looking for is high throughput, lots of stone production through the same square footage on their machines. So we will not hesitate, pick a number, a 1-inch opening panel. We'll have more than a dozen options in each material, for example, not just to complicate life, but because at some point a customer expressed a need and we don't hesitate to deliver on that, where, we're not just another me too, we're going to make this and that. We will invent what customers need.